So we were in the bathroom, and I don't know, I was telling her about skincare, and she loves those things.
Yeah.
And she told me, I'm not pretty because I'm brown.
Oh. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Korea Unfiltered. Yo, I am so sorry about the last episode. The audio just said goodnight to me. I went to edit and the audio wasn't working, but thank you to everybody who still watched the episode with the absolutely crappy audio. I'm so sorry, y'all. If you watched it, you're a real one. I love you. You for real. You love my channel if you watched the episode from beginning to end because it was terrible. The talk was great. The audio was terrible. So I'm hoping today the audio is great because I think we're going to have a great conversation, especially for my girlies or even my guys who like, K-beauty, K-cosmetics. I think it will be a great conversation also, especially for my girlies and my boys with the melanin. This will be great today. So introducing today's guest, Melissa.
Hi.
Hey, Melissa. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Gladly. So I'm Melissa, and I am the founder of K Brown. We are the first K-beauty brand specifically formulated, tested on darker skin tones. So we basically focus, all our formulations and, everything we do is around darker skin tones and melanin-rich skin's biology, basically.
Period. Because we need some of that.
Exactly.
We need some of that.
It was needed. I was tired of just this lack of inclusivity, and we needed something for us too. So
exactly, especially if K-beauty is gonna be global, it needs to include everyone. It can't just.
That's exactly what I say all the time. You know, I think when you want to sell abroad, then you have the responsibility to adapt also to your consumers. So that's what we're doing here.
We're also in Korea adapting.
Yeah, exactly.
Also in Korea adapting. Okay. Yeah. So before we get to the business side of your life, where are you from? What's your background? How did you first come to Korea? There you go.
So the crazy story is that I came to Korea for a Seoul Beauty Week summit. So I already had the idea. I already started developing the brand.
Yeah.
And then, it got some traction on social media and everything. And I was just invited to talk about the concept because it's so innovative for K-beauty. And I was very surprised actually that I was so welcomed, in the K-beauty space. So I was very happy about that. So that's the first time I came. I'm from France. I grew up
tell with that accent. Yeah. I was no, actually, it's not the accent. You say bonjour when you first started.
Yes,
exactly. She's French.
She is French.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
And then the way you said Melissa too was different. I was like,
oh yeah, that's true. That doesn't sound really.
Because I say Melissa and you say
Melissa.
Yeah, that's not
very French.
Yeah.
I kind of grew up between the U.S. and France, though. That explains the accent. That is not that very French.
Okay.
My sister, she moved to New York when I was 8 years old. So my mom, she used to just send me there half of the time, basically.
Okay.
So I spent a lot lot of time there.
In New York?
New York, yeah, Brooklyn.
Oh! Mm-hmm. She a Brooklyn girl.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooklyn girl.
Wow. Okay, and how did you first get interested in Korean cosmetics? Or K-beauty?
So I used to be a model agent, so I used to work in high fashion. Okay. I have this background. I've always been interested in, high fashion. Obviously, beauty comes with it and everything, and beauty is like models.
It's high fashion, yeah.
And so I was sent to Bangkok, actually to Thailand in 2016, and that's where to pilot like a new project for the agency, and that's where I discovered K-beauty. It was we wouldn't know about it in France. Like no one knew about K-beauty. Even in Europe, in the US, it wasn't a big thing. But it was starting to get big. And so I was just attracted to it. I think like everyone, we love K-beauty. It was cute and it was fun and it looked very innovative. It seemed very cool. But then I kind of got scared of it because white faces everywhere, pale whitening
Super
claims.
White. Yeah.
So I was like, I want to try, but kind of don't want to bleach my skin. I was just scared of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's where it started, and then years later, I've seen that, and in cosmetics, I always felt like there was something wrong, you know, when we used to, like when we use products, I always felt like, oh, this product should do this, and it doesn't, you know, or it does that, but not as long as it's supposed to do.
Yeah,
Like, it's hydrating, but it's not 72 hours hydrating, you know what I mean? Like, so why, you know, something. So it's just, you know, it just stuck into my mind. And then I actually have a daughter, so an 8-year-old daughter. So years later, when she started listening to K-pop, and
oh my gosh, she listens to K-pop.
Yeah, she's like, she's so excited she's so excited to move here. She's like, oh my gosh, she thinks she's gonna meet Jimin.
You know, she might be a little K-pop idol someday.
I was like, girl, you can dream, and that's good, and you know, maybe you'll meet Jimin. So Jimin, if you hear us, let's go.
It's an 8-year-old girl who's a fan.
Oh yeah, she is ready. Like so. Yeah, she was. I don't know. We were watching like K-pop concert, and I saw so many darker skin tones in the crowds. You know, like so many people. You know, so diverse. And I was like, there is something here, because the idols, they're like white and like
quite pale.
Yeah, very pale, and even if they're not pale naturally, they're being, you know, like
their face is super white, but their body's tan. And
exactly, and it's like, it shouldn't be that way, because, you know, this public is so diverse. So I don't know, it was just, and then I went to an event for, you know, Korean Expo when I had the idea, and I all I saw is, you know, diversity. You know? So many people from, you know, India, from North Africa, you know, West Africa, and Latin America, Afro-Americans.
The Europeans, everybody.
Yeah, and Europeans, you know, with, you know, darker skin tones like us, you know, like from lighter shades to darker shades. And I thought, why is no one talking to them, basically? Yeah. No one is considering them in their choices, you know, in the formulas, in the testing. No one is doing anything about this. Yeah. So I thought, I think we need a brand. I think we need a K-beauty brand, because K-beauty is the best. But the thing is, it took me so many months to actually try a product. You know,
to like start the brand.
Yeah, because but like to try, you know, as a consumer, when I wanted to try K-beauty, it took me a month of checking, you know, influencers, and is this product going to be right? Is it going to work? Is it going to work?
Is it going to bleach my skin by mistake?
Is it
whitening?
made for me? Yeah, exactly. It was just like, and I thought this should be easy, because the consumers are here. Yeah. So this should be easier for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Why would it not? Yeah, why is it so hard? So that's how K Brown came to life.
Basically. And here we are now.
And we are here.
When did you end up starting the brand? Like, when was the first time you were like, I'm making this K-beauty brand for the darker skin girlies? Or the melanated girlies, I should say. And boys. Sorry, y'all. I keep...
Yeah, no, actually, this is
boys
for boys
and girls.
well.
It's for everyone. Yeah. Everybody.
We need to hydrate those skins. You know? Like,
please.
We need the hydration. We need the layering. We need everything. We need the routines.
Yeah.
When was it? So it was like 2.5 years ago, I'd say.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, it started my daughter again. She's
a little inspiration, guys.
Oh, she's my icon. Like all I talk about is her. I love her so much. So I have a son as well, but you know, she's 8.
The beauty side, definitely the 8-year-old.
Exactly.
You know?
She's like. So we were in the bathroom, and I don't know, I was telling her about skincare, and you know, she loves those things. Yeah. And she told me, I'm not pretty because I'm brown.
Oh.
When she said that, it broke my heart.
It's like a knife to your heart.
Yeah, and I was like, this is not, because I think we got used to be overlooked in the beauty industry.
It's very normal,
And we get used to being overlooked in every industry.
Every industry.
And I thought, she's a little girl, and she's not used to it yet, and that's why she's reacting to all of this. Yeah. And I got so used to it that it doesn't even bother me anymore when I use the product. And she sees, you know, their idols, you know, her idols, favorite idols, and she sees those products, and she thinks she's not pretty because she's not white enough. And
she's not pale,
And I was like, no.
That's not how that works. No.
This is not gonna last. And so I decided I had to make the brand. That really was like that. Like my heart just spoke, and I was like, I'm done.
I have to do it. Yeah. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, but
really sad.
now, you know what? This is my biggest victory because we've been doing this. Like, I've been building this for 2 years and a half,
Yeah.
and now she's like, oh, I'm so pretty because I'm brown.
Pretty, exactly. Period.
So really, I don't really need anything else.
Period. She needs to know she is pretty, girl. Your
Yeah,
skin is
and
beautiful.
she's not the only one,
Yeah.
who needs to know that.
Yeah,
So-
it's really sad that an 8-year-old even is thinking about that, though.
Yeah.
Because kids these days are so affected by. I feel like when we were growing up, we didn't have social media. So as an 8-year-old, I did not care about how I looked. I wasn't even thinking about anything like that. But like, they're growing up with social media. They're seeing their favorite idols on TV or on YouTube all the time. So I can understand why she felt like that.
Yeah, and you know what? When I was young, I
Yeah.
felt it because I'm mixed. So my
Ooh,
mom is
girl,
white
yeah.
with blonde, blue eyes, blonde hair, like very
Wow,
white,
okay.
Italian,
Yeah.
and my dad is from the Caribbean.
Okay.
So I think I grew up with my mom, so I felt it a lot.
Your
like
mom
that.
looks so different.
Yeah,
too.
because everybody, I didn't even know I was different from my mom until they told me.
Till they start pointing it out.
I was like, I don't understand. Like, I'm
That's my mom
blonde
right
with
there.
blue eyes. Like, I don't see it. I don't see
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
But people keep on telling you, oh, have you been adopted? I'm like, no, obviously.
Bro, people need to think before they
Yeah,
speak. That's
people
crazy
need
to tell a
chill.
child. That's crazy
People
to like.
need to chill.
That's actually crazy to tell a child. So now that we've gotten like the moment that you realize like, hey, there needs to be inclusivity in K-beauty, is there another reason you feel like, you were like, oh, it would be great if, everybody could enjoy K-beauty? Has there been anything else that has affected that thought? Minus the obvious like, K-beauty having a lot of whitening products, which, culturally speaking, it's common here. It's
Yeah.
very common.
Yeah, it's very,
like,
yeah.
I can't even blame them for that because
It's their standards.
yeah,
so,
it's literally their standard. So I can't be like, it's wrong for you to think the paler you are,
No.
the prettier you are. That's them.
Exactly.
It's all y'all. So I can't say that. And I feel like we don't have leg to stand on when it comes to that because we're not part of Korean culture.
Exactly.
Now, do I think it's toxic? Of course I think it's toxic.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's not.
Yeah, because I don't like when I see idols who are of darker skin having to lighten their skin because they're being told they're too dark. And it's like,
There is something wrong there. Like,
not
it's
okay.
not how it should be.
Yeah,
You should, like, you're beautiful the way you
yeah,
are.
you should embrace your skin color no
And
matter
tan
what.
Korean are beautiful. Like, let's stop there. Like,
I do have to say, some of y'all tan Koreans be looking good. Okay?
yeah,
Looking so
exactly.
good.
Like, you need to keep the tan up.
Keep the tan, y'all. Keep
Yeah,
the tan.
please.
But it's a little hard to judge them for it because
No,
I didn't
of
grow
course,
up
yeah.
in that culture. But vice versa, you do see like some dark-skinned people also trying to lighten their skin. So I think it's just a global problem in general.
Colorism.
Now that's the
I've
word
said
right
it.
there.
I'm sorry.
That's
but
the
that
word
is-
right there.
That's what it is.
It is colorism. What was the emotional toll of constantly feeling like excluded from the beauty space when you needed it? The
Well,
K-beauty space.
Yeah,
specifically.
as I said, I think we got used to it, as like adults, we got used to it. But I think I really wanted a brand that would be as innovative, as cool as, as all those K-beauty brands,
Right.
but that would be made for us.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in Black beauty, I haven't found this yet. I haven't found obviously there are amazing brands in Black beauty market,
Right.
but I wanted something that was a bit different. I don't know,
Yeah.
like something that would build bridges.
Yeah.
That would not shatter standards but redefine them and bring a new perspective on things. And I think K-beauty was the best market to do it in. It was needed.
Yeah.
Just all these people were there and waiting for something for them. And
Yeah.
I think what I love about K-beauty as well is that it attracts a lot of young people.
Very young.
And I think it's really important that those young people can find the answers that we didn't find. Can find their representation. They can, but in somewhere they want to find it. Like
I think we all try to look for that in K-beauty, especially because I think K-beauty is seen as extremely innovative in the cosmetics world, especially when it comes
is.
to skincare specifically. But when you're of a darker tone and you're seeing that, there are products that are saying whitening instead of brightening, but they're saying white. Even brightening, sometimes I'm suspicious. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
brightening
no,
to me is sometimes
you don't wanna
suspicious because I'm
try
like,
it.
so what's in it? You know, like when you're darker and you're seeing those words on products and skincare products, especially when K-beauty is so popular, I think it is very discouraging as like
Yeah.
a woman or a man who has slightly darker skin or very dark skin. So I
can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine. Like very dark skin, I can't imagine the struggle because you're like, is it? No.
Is it gonna work?
Like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
You know, is it worth the try? You know.
Exactly.
And that's why I wanted to create K-Brown as well, because I think a lot of people are not trying on K-beauty or not, you know, jumping on, you know, they are not using those amazing products because they feel like
They're
they
not sure.
can't. You know, they're not sure.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of eases the mind when you go to a store and you know this is made for you. You know.
Oh,
so you just don't know. You don't need to check on whatever influencers has tried the product first. You know, it's just like, oh,
I know this works for me. Yeah, I
it
know
works
this
for
works for my
me. It
skin.
was tested on people like me. Was formulated for people like me, and it targets, you know, my specific problems. And it, you know, it targets it, but it responds to it in a very efficient, you know, way.
Yeah. Like you're not
That's
buying
gold.
a product because K-beauty is not that cheap, okay? So
No.
if you're buying a product, you need it to work. I don't want to buy a product for like $30 plus and then it doesn't work for me. I think I would be
Exactly.
like, as a consumer, I would feel some type of way. It's like, why is this, you know, brand not looking at me who has darker skin if they're trying to be global? I think something very, I can already see somebody being like, oh, but it's Korean beauty. But K-beauty is global. Being global means catering to everyone. You can't just cater to one person.
Exactly.
So I think that's the biggest thing. If K-beauty is trying to be global, it needs to be inclusive to everyone right now.
Exactly.
And I think that's why K-Brown is such a great idea because, you know, now it's going to cater to like a certain demographic now.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like not only dark-skinned girls can use it, or y'all, my guys out there, I'm sorry I keep saying girlies.
Yeah,
it's just
we're
so,
very-
it's part of my
very
vocabulary.
feminist.
Yeah, I'm always like girlies.
The girlies.
I'm sorry, y'all. I do mean the guys too. Everybody do your skincare, okay?
Yeah,
do your skincare.
Just do the routine.
It doesn't matter who you are,
Just
do your
do it.
skincare. Why do you think the K-beauty industry has historically overlooked melanin-rich skin?
Well, the standards, I would say. You know, it's
Yeah.
funny because when I had the idea, I was very lucky to be sponsored by the government. They actually like Korean.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah,
a little
so
bit?
the Korean government, they created a new program for visas. So so you can come and build your business in Korea. And I was very lucky to be one of the very, very few to get it's like 3 people. So,
clock
it. Yeah, exactly. It's like
crazy.
really crazy.
Yeah.
So they gave me the chance, and when I had to pitch to them, one of them said what you just said. So
Yeah.
he's like, but Koreans are not darker, or don't have darker skin tone, so
Yeah.
how are you going to justify?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, but your consumer.
It's not just about your people.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you want K-beauty to be for Koreans by Koreans, then
The
you
marketing.
sell to Korea.
Yeah, you only sell it in Korea to Korea.
In Korea. So,
Yeah.
but if you want to adapt to your new market, then let's open it.
Yeah.
Let's try to formulate differently. Let's try to think about the needs of those consumers because they are there.
Exactly.
And they were like, yeah, convinced. They
Got it.
Yeah, you got it, girl.
Yeah, especially if you're thinking about business, you're gonna think global. You can't just think local.
Makes sense. Like, what would you leave consumers? But that's the thing with darker skin tones.
Yeah.
Consumers in beauty with darker skin tones, we've been overlooked. And
Very much so.
obviously in K beauty, because there are those standards with whitening, pale skin, and everything. But it's kind of a global thing, though.
Oh, colorism is global. Even in African countries.
Yeah, exactly. Colorism is just like, it's a nightmare. It needs to stop. But
it's insane. I
and
think. Y'all got
it's
too much
just- time
in your hands if you're colorist.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why are we still there?
Yeah.
But I think I often say that, but I don't believe in inclusive, like fully inclusive, universal brands. I think the market has to be universal. I think each consumer has to find the brand that works for them.
That's true.
Because if you want to cater to everyone, you're not catering to
anyone. Yeah, that's what people say. If you're catering to everyone, you're not really catering to anyone.
Exactly, because it shows in testing, for example. Like if I sell you as we said, like 72 hours moisturizing cream, and I've tested it on 20 or 40 white people, it might be very moisturizing for them, but for us, we have a different structure. We have different needs in hydration. So it is going to work. It's not going to burn your face because you're darker skin tone and you're using something that has been tested on white skin. But it's not going to work as it should be.
No.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Everybody has a different skin type, especially on your melanin-rich skin. It's going to be very different from paler skin.
Yeah, because we have a different, we have less lipids, we have a lower water content, we losing moisture faster. These are facts. And if we use them and formulate around them, then bingo, works.
That's why you're here.
Exactly. That's what I'm here.
How has that journey been of finding K-beauty that works for melanin-rich people? How has that been?
It's been building from ground. Like we've built, because I'm not alone, but we've built it from the ground up, basically. So I went to a Korean lab. At first they were like, oh, okay, why not? Let's try. So it took a lot of time to create our first product, to develop it, because it took a lot of research on darker skin tones and what are the characteristics. Because you know what? First of all, there are not that many researches on darker skin tones. It's really hard to find like good literature on darker skin tones. And then once you have it, you have to obviously okay, this one says this one says this one says this. So you have to kind of, work your way into the, this whole thing and try to find what are the common grounds and, what are the things that we cannot go around. You know what I mean? Like we cannot not go around.
Not go around.
No. So it was a lot of time, a lot of research, and then came, like Korean R&D and, if it has to go deeper in the derm, or it was a lot of, we really built this whole category basically because it wasn't there. And then the hard part was testing, actually, because testing
where are you
here,
finding the subjects?
Exactly. Testing here wasn't, it was difficult. It could have been an option, actually, but the labs were not easy to work with. But you know what? It's the same everywhere. Like, it was really hard to find an actual lab that would test on darker skin tones for patch tests and insane.
Why are we so overlooked, y'all? Everywhere.
It shouldn't be that hard, to be honest.
What?
Or sometimes they make you pay more. To test on darker skin tones. So that's the reality of things.
Suspicious.
Like, they want to make you pay more, or it's just
for a richer skin tone.
Exactly. Why? Tell me why.
Okay.
Could someone tell me why?
Yeah.
No. So that was a lot of work to build the whole network and to make everybody work together and build this kind of whole new category. But it's it's amazing to see now. It's
happening.
It's happening, and it's amazing to see that it's possible, and I don't know, it's just beautiful to see. Every time I go to the lab and I see the product, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy.
How has it been like working with Korean developers as a foreign developer or foreign? What would you categorize yourself as?
Well, foreigner? Well, in Korea.
No, I mean, you're a foreigner, yes. But would you be like a foreign brand owner, brand developer?
So they said like foreign-led Korean startups or something.
Okay.
Because the startup is Korean. Like, the company is Korean, everything is based in Korea. So it's kind of like a Korean company, but foreign-led Korean company, I would say,
How was that working with the Korean developers then?
I think I was very lucky to. So the first, I've tried a few labs and stuff, but at the beginning I was kind of, I didn't know. Like, I was starting something very new, and I kind of didn't know where to start. But I quickly found the right people. I think
that's good.
Yeah, I really quickly. I think I've been told I was very lucky with that, because I really found the great lab that would be they were involved they were really involved in trying to make it work, and so I was very lucky with that, I think. But then, navigating the Korean space, as a foreign...
has to be different.
It is different. But I think, it has its perks as well. I think the Korean government is really trying to also help, foreign...
Which is great.
Yeah, foreign startupper, can you say
Startupper.
that? Startupper is a very French word. Startupper. Very, very French word.
Yeah.
I just Frenchized it. So startup owners, is that how you say it?
Yeah,
okay. So they're trying to help us navigate. So it is a challenge, but I wouldn't know how to explain.
Is there any challenges when it comes to, obviously because you don't speak the same language? Is there a difficulty in terms of language barriers or not really?
I'm fully committed to learn Korean very quickly. I think so. I already speak 3 languages.
Period.
I love to learn French, English, and Russian. And I want
Russian.
Russian. That's Russian.
That's a random one that walked in.
That's a random one. But I think actually a lot of people speak Russian here.
A lot. There's a lot of Russian people in Korea.
That makes things easier.
Especially in the beauty area.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy to speak with the Russian. It's always really surprising for them.
Because you don't look Russian, obviously.
And that's me, full of surprises. So I'm fully committed to learn Korean because definitely I think, when you speak the language, it changes everything. With your suppliers, even in negotiating prices and understanding what's going on and everything, you have to learn Korean. If you want to be, I think, especially in the K-beauty industry, because there are not many foreigners that actually do K-beauty. So it's quite...
Yeah, that's true. It's Korean owned but foreign workers, maybe.
Yeah, workers
marketing people are foreign.
Marketings are always, foreigners. But the owners, the CEO, the Tepenim...
the Tepenim.
Tepenim is never really foreigners. So, you really have to learn the language. So I will, I am fully committed. 1 year, I'll come back and speak in Korean.
Oh, your microphone. Her microphone said, yes, come back.
Yes, girlie, you will speak Korean.
Come back speaking Korean. And it just fell on you. Korean it's hard, but if you're really committed, especially because you know multiple languages,
exactly.
It shouldn't be as hard as somebody who knows maybe one language. I would say.
Russian was not for the weak as well, so I'm not even.
Russian
I
sounds.
am not scared.
Russian sounds difficult.
No, especially for a French speaker, it's really different. Really.
I know your tongue is twisted when you're speaking all these languages.
Exactly.
They're all so different.
At some point, you don't even know which language you speak. So
that's me. I speak 4.
There you go.
It's
so
just
you speak Korean,
English, and then 2 languages from Kenya, which is Kikuyu and Swahili.
Wow.
So and the Swahili and Korean, sometimes when I'm speaking, it's just mixes up. My tongue stops, and I'm just like.
Yeah, I know that.
And I just give up on talking because I'm clearly this is not working.
No lingual. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm no lingual. When you're multilingual, you're literally no lingual because you're not.
When you're tired, you're done.
Yeah,
at some point of the day, you're like, which language? I'm done.
I'm tired. I'm not talking anymore.
I'm just gonna shut my mouth.
Yeah, I don't know which language is coming out at this point.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
But next question: what kind of misconceptions do people have about melanin-rich skin in the context of K-beauty?
I don't know if it's in the context of K-beauty, but I would say thinking skin is skin. I think that's a misconception,
Very
skin, true. Skin is skin.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are differences. And, that annoys me a lot because when you say, black skin is different from Asian skin and it's different from white skin, you sound like an activist. They want to make you sound like a crazy person trying to disrupt the whole industry because they've been selling us, this universal fantasy of...
The I don't see race thing?
It works. No, but it works for everybody. Well, it doesn't because if it did, not so many people would be frustrated with their skincare.
Exactly.
So let's stop the nonsense and just say it as it is.
They're different.
And I think K-beauty is so efficient as well on Koreans because it's made. It's tested only on Koreans because it's.
A bunch of Koreans in Korea.
Yeah, exactly. It's so homogeneous.
Homogeneous.
Homogeneous. Here, it's quite easy because the formulas are made around their needs of the skin, and they're tested on Koreans. So obviously it makes, really good skincare.
for
so
them.
let's just apply that to other skin phototypes.
Yeah.
That's not that complicated. But I think, that's the misconception, this whole universal thing. It just pisses me off.
That doesn't, and I think one way you can easily see that that's absolutely nonsense is sunscreen. Sunscreen or Korean sunscreen. I've only seen one brand that works for me as a black girl, and it's a Korean skincare brand. Other than that, I just turned white suddenly from wearing Korean sunscreen.
And we're kind of light compared, I've had, because when I created K-Brown, I did, focus groups and people, and I talked to so many people.
Yeah.
And one of the girlies, sorry guys, was telling me that, a white cast free SPF were always, they had
Sticky?
No, they had this blue kind of complexion thing on very dark skin.
Yeah, the sheen of a blue tint.
Blue. So she was telling me that she had to wait 30 minutes.
Insane.
Before actually going out in the street. I'm like, this is insane. But you know what? I've been to a conference of a big group. It's not a Korean group, it's a French group. But anyway, I was in a conference and they were talking about their new SPF. And I just asked, so has it been tested on darker skin tones? Does it work? Is it white cast free? And she's like, oh yes, it has been tested on all phototypes from 1 to 5. I'm like, there are 6 phototypes.
They were like, yeah, we don't need 6, we just go to 5.
And then, that's just, maybe I'm an activist.
Why not
Maybe
6?
I am, actually.
Crazy. Why not 6? Why just 5?
Because she was supposed to be the head of science at one of the biggest French group, in cosmetics. And she's like, on all phototypes, 1 to 5. It's not even in their vocabulary that there is
we don't need.
a 6th one.
Yeah.
It's just,
Why do you think that is that, when it comes to beauty, is it harder to make beauty products for darker skin?
Yeah, actually the skin, because obviously if you don't formulate for us, it's harder to get better results.
That's very true.
And we have specific needs and specific, our structure is different, and it's easier to have great claim result on white skin. That's it.
So they're just
so you're just gonna get better result. For moisturizing, for example, you're gonna get really good result on white skin, and you're not going to get it on dark skin if you have not taken into account that we need to flood the skin, and then we need to lock that in. That's something we need. It's so easy.
They're just like, we'll take the easy way out.
Exactly.
Let's go for the pale skin people.
And it's
it's kind of sad.
It is.
Yeah. It's sad.
It's kind of, frustrating.
Yeah.
So it was time to do something.
You know what's fun? It's not funny, actually. It's pretty bad. But I was recently working with... Let me say this in my head and see if people can figure out what brand I'm talking about. No, they can't. I was recently talking to one of my friends who models in Korea, and she was shooting for a K-beauty brand that does makeup for, diverse. They're trying to be diverse. And I asked her, I was like, so did they have your color when you were shooting? She was like, no, they used my foundation, but the pictures are attached to their foundation. So can you imagine being a black girl buying that foundation, thinking it's for you?
But it's not.
But it's not, because even the model couldn't use it because it wasn't for
makeup
her.
Is a whole other story.
That's a story people are not... It's bad. Cosmetics, they can fake the funk with cosmetics. Oh, it's for everybody.
Because you can't see it. That's the thing about inclusivity. Everybody wants to be inclusive when you can see it. So if you have textured hair or foundation, makeup, they can't really fake it. They can't tell you.
You can see it.
Oh no, this is the right shade. If you look pale as a ghost,
my neck and my face.
It's not the right shade.
Yeah.
So they can't really gaslight you into thinking.
Gaslight is the perfect word.
Exactly, into thinking. Oh no, this is the right shade. But for cosmetics, they can.
Yeah.
Because it's you don't see if you have more lipids or less.
Exactly.
Water.
Oh, they'll be 2 months from now it will work. Oh, 2 months
exactly.
It will be
Just keep on trying. Yeah, well, flash news. We've tried.
I feel like that's actually worse. To be able to fake the funk for months because it doesn't really show. That's I'm
convinced because people with darker skin tones. darker skin tone consumers, they consume much more much more beauty products. So they use a lot more. I think it's like huge compared to Europeans. It's like 11 times more or something.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But I'm convinced, like being a consumer myself, I don't know, you'll tell me, but I'm convinced, like so many times I've bought products and they don't work.
Oh,
so I
that's a lot.
bought again. So
my God, girl, you went back?
No, I didn't buy the same
Oh,
one,
you
but
went
I
for a
bought another one.
different
You know what I mean?
one, yeah.
So I end up buying 4 serums when someone will buy only one or
And
two,
it just works immediately
and it just
for them.
works, you
Yeah.
know, because it was
Yeah.
made for them.
No, that has been me. I do have to say, especially when it's a brand you've heard so much hype around, and you're like, okay, so maybe this line didn't work. Maybe this line of theirs would work. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. Let me try this line, because it's you see especially when you see influencers hyping this brand up.
Exactly.
You know, and they're just like, oh my God, this is amazing, and then you try it, and you're like, wait, that doesn't work for me.
The budget,
So-
the budget is just getting
Yeah, so sometimes you're spending like $100 on skincare that's you're not even gonna
nothing.
use.
You just give it out to your friends. Yeah, exactly.
Gee, I use it as body care at that
But
point.
you've been
I'm like,
gaslighted into
it's like,
thinking
what's wrong with
you're
my
the
skin?
problem.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it's like, no, you're not the problem. The product just is not for you.
So I've spent so much time thinking I was the problem when I was younger. You know, when you're younger and you're starting to have, I don't know, pimples, whatever,
Yeah,
dark
acne and stuff,
spots, the worst.
Yeah.
You know, all those things. And you go to people, you know, looking for help, you know, I don't know,
Yeah.
pharmacists or whatever. And they're like, well, maybe this is your skin. And
Try this.
Well, it's
and
not.
they're like, no. I've definitely seen that a lot in K-beauty, because especially a lot of my adult life has been spent in Korea. And
Yeah.
it's obviously a market that's not really for me. K-beauty and me,
Especially, you know, yeah.
we're not together yet, you know?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're starting.
Exactly.
We're
now
starting.
you have it. Now
We're
you
starting
have
to
it, girl.
be together. But because I basically like grew up in Korea as an adult, it's been like very disheartening even going to like pibukwas, which is like, what's pibukwa? Skin clinic? Skincare clinic?
Yeah,
is that what it'd be called?
yeah.
Skin clinics?
Yeah,
and
skin
you know, seeing these results happen for like white people or Asian people, and then I go trying to get the result. And
you
then these people done burnt my skin or something. And I'm just like, ow.
I'm so scared of.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, so you didn't know what you were doing on my skin. But they're like, oh, we've had dark skin customers. No, you're lying. Because
No,
now you
you're
burnt
not.
my skin. I've been burnt once, and I've never gone back to a people.
No, I'm so scared.
Yep,
I would never
do it.
like. It has to be like a close friend
That's
with the exact
recommended.
same skin type and
Yeah, the
phenotype of mine
recommendation.
that has been there and tells me this is safe because this is scary. Like all those lasers and stuff. I'm like, are you sure? No, no, it's not worth it.
Happened once, and I never went back because I just felt like if I keep going, because they were like, oh, just come back, the results will get better. And it was like, but I was physically screaming because you were
Gaslighted.
burning my freaking skin. Like, what are you talking- I know.
Gaslighted.
But it's also because you hear how good, you know, Korean skincare clinics are. You're like, oh my God, I want to experience that.
Yeah.
I want to try that. But as somebody who's has melanin skin, you have to be extremely careful.
You don't have access to that. That's exactly why I wanted K Brown to be born,
Yeah.
because I want us to have access to
Yeah.
the best of, you know, Korean R&D,
yeah.
and, you know, ingredients are amazing, but used in the right in right concentration, in
Yeah.
the right way,
Yeah.
you know, just being able to enjoy it as well without being like all stressed out. Oh
Scared,
my
yeah.
God,
Wasting
You know,
money.
like we should do a skin clinic.
Bro?
Darker skin
For darker
tones,
skin?
like Korean darker oh my God,
If
yeah,
there's
people will
ever-
fly to people will fly from all over the world to come there.
I don't know if I've never heard of, are they called dermatologists? There we go. I've never heard of a dermatologist that specifically deals with dark skin in Korea, but if there ever was one, that person will make bank.
You know what? Dermatology is one of the least inclusive. How do you say, like, sector? No, how do you say?
In medicine, yeah. It's very.
So it's really
yeah.
actually it's like a global problem. It's really hard to find a dermatologist that will specialize in
Dark
darker
skin.
skin tones.
Yeah.
And if you find one, you're gonna wait for like 2 years to
have a
actually
line.
see the person.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we should make a clinic.
I've actually-
Let's do that.
Oh my God, girl.
Yes.
I'll do the marketing.
Yeah. Let's go. I'll take care of the whole business thing,
And I'll
and
just
you
be
can
there.
just
I'll be the influencer too.
Yeah, exactly.
But
You've
I've
got the
actually-
face ambassador.
Period. I've actually seen a doctor, a dermatologist, a black man on Instagram who was actually talking about how it's extremely rare to hear dark skin being talked about in the sector, and he had to make his own book.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
He was a student, right, when he did that?
He was
Yes.
a medical
UK.
student, medicine
Yes.
student, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And he had to make his own book with like problems with like, I don't know. I'm really not doing a great job explaining this. I'm sorry,
No, but
doctor.
you had to make a
But
book, yeah,
a book with how certain skin issues look on darker skin because they don't look the same as on lighter skin.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, what is it in 2022, 23 maybe? Are we just getting this?
It's
Like-
you know what? It took my doctors to find out I had eczema.
Oh
It
my
took
God.
them, I think, 2 years, because so I was but I was pregnant with my daughter, I think.
Yes.
And I had this little, thingy on my leg, and it just scratch and
okay. Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we don't know what that is." Okay, so we're not gonna do anything, and then we wait, and then it gets bigger to the point that it's like that, like it's a patch like that
Oh
on
my
on
goodness.
my leg, and it's a
Yeah.
dark spot. Like,
Yeah.
so you know how hard it is to get rid of
Those are hard,
hyperpigmentation.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, this is gonna take years to go, you
Years
know.
to get rid of.
So then they're like, oh, maybe you should go to my daughter was born, like it took at least a year and a half. And then they're like, oh, you should go to the tropical area, like dermatology, tropical, whatever, at the hospital. I'm like, why tropical? Like, I wasn't in the tropics. Like, I wouldn't know if I'm in France, so
Yeah.
it's not really tropical. Like, yeah, but we don't know. So I arrived there, and thank God the dermatologist was from North Africa. And she's like, this is just eczema. I'm like,
Wow.
It's been 2 years. Like, it was like blood on there because it scratched so
Scratching,
much, and
yeah.
and she's like, why did they wait for you, to give you the
Yeah,
treatment? It's like nothing. So she gave me one cream, and it was like, that's it. It was over.
And you were wrestling with this for a year and something.
And I had this patch
grew,
in my
yeah.
like this patch on my leg for 4 years.
That's insane.
That's insane. Just because they
That's-
couldn't see it. Just because they couldn't recognize, because they haven't been trained to recognize.
Which is like, why have you not been trained to recognize this? Like,
At that point, I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. That's it.
because it's not like dark skinned people just came yesterday, and we've been here for a while. So it's like,
I think with K Brown, I really want to create a foundation, like a foundation where we're gonna, push for inclusivity, like grants for medical students who want to specialize in dermatology, who
Yeah.
are black, or you want to specialize in darker skin tones. Research as well, like grants for researchers in Africa and India, and like we need to make things.
open and accessible.
Yes, exactly. We need to help people.
Oh, that's crazy. Like, the more I'm talking about this, the more I'm like, why
Yeah.
is it that we're just excluded from that whole sector?
It doesn't make sense.
'Cause it
anymore.
really doesn't, because we've all been here at the same time.
And we're such good consumers as well. Like, it's facts.
Because
like
this is gonna sound mean to the paler skin folk, but black people really take care of the skin. If you're melanated, you're gonna really take care of your skin.
or we've been
We don't
taught, we've been taught to hydrate like the whole
Vaseline on your face, your body.
We've gotta be glowing all over. So
So yeah, skincare is definitely like
It's
a
part of
melanated
our-
person's
yeah.
best friend. So for them not to look at that sector is crazy.
even the hair,
Even our hair.
Like, I think like the market is getting better now, but it's taken so long.
It's taken like
we use
very
so
long.
much product, so many products. Like, we love to take care of our skin and hair. It took so long for it to become a bit more inclusive, and it's not even there yet.
It's really not there yet.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's really not
you're
there
so
yet.
happy when you find one product that works for your curls. Like, it's just
But you pass like 100 of them, but only this one is working for me. Why
just
is
because
that?
no, but I've heard so many things. Like, some things are not, like, for example, like curly hair. I'm not a specialist. Like, I haven't experienced it, but
Yeah.
what I've heard is basically like a lot of product made for curly hair are not even tested on curly hair, and you're like, is it? Does it make sense?
So why are you trying to sell it to curly hair people?
Because we are big consumers. So we want to consume, like we want to buy.
Yeah.
So you may kind of Like
you kind of play around with the market.
and
then
you
you're
put
like,
the darker skin tones in pictures and you think that's going to be enough.
and the darker skin person is not even using that product.
Exactly, because she can't, because it's bad.
Not for her. Yeah, it's not for her. I think, have I been a victim of that?
I think we've all been there.
We've all been victims, but as a model, I'm like, have I advertised something that I was like, that doesn't work? I don't think I have. Maybe one hair product, but it was weird because I couldn't use the hair product. I was just there as the face of the brand.
Yeah, okay.
But even that, I'm like, I wonder if they tested on black women.
Yeah.
Because it was made for black women.
Yeah,
I was
actually,
like, nobody's black in this room except me. So I'm like, how did y'all test this product? So if you see me on something hair related, Paris didn't try it.
I apologize.
I was there to pay rent. I am so sorry. Okay, just like
Girlie
my friends.
has to work. She has
We
to
have
work.
to work. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't suddenly wet my hair and just start doing my hair to be like, okay, it works. Like, even my friends got there.
I want to make sure.
I need to make sure for my melanated people this works.
No, but that's true. I think influencers, they also have like, you know, big responsibility.
Very big
Some of them, they're like, oh, it works so well, but you know, it doesn't.
Then you try
it
and
pays
you're
the
like,
rent. That you can say that, girlie. I'll support that actually. You know,
listen, at least I say that in my YouTube channel. I'm like, I'm trying to pay my rent. Exactly. But I do have to say, I've never accepted anything that I haven't tried though.
Yeah, that's
because.
Good. Yeah.
That's lying. I don't care what anybody says. You're lying. If you don't try anything.
No, I've seen that. You know, being a model agent, then we worked with influencers as well. Like I've seen that.
Girl, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but then I was like,
We've
I
got
love
so
my supporters.
much tea to spill.
Yo,
we can.
Yo, the way people will be like, this product is amazing, and then they throw it in the bin right after.
They don't even know what the like. They just learn the brief and then they're done.
Yeah,
like,
they get sent a statement that they have to read and that's it, and they've never tried the product.
Oh my god, are we renting? Like the whole
no.
industry is taking a slap right now. No.
Sorry, industry, it's sketchy. It's sketchy
kind
out there.
I said I wasn't an activist, but maybe I.
Maybe you might be. Maybe you might.
Maybe I'm making you an activist.
Listen, I am at this one. I don't like lying to like my support, especially my supporters.
Yeah,
I really appreciate them.
People
so lying
trust
to them,
you. They trust your voice. I think you have an amazing voice. Actually.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like I'm so happy to be here actually because it means a lot. Really. No, that's true.
The hair that
that's
I don't
true.
have. Thank you. I'm trying. I just don't like saying that I like this product and then my supporters use it and then they're like, girl, did this really work? And then I'm like, I never tried it. I would never say that.
No, that's horrible.
I would have to be like, it worked for me.
Yeah, at least it worked for you. So you coming from an honest place.
Exactly.
Like from obviously.
Yeah. I think that's actually why. So I've been asked to do my skincare routine so many times online, but I always have that one fear that it's not going to work for someone or it ruins somebody's skin. Like imagine they use something that I use and then it ruins their skin and then I feel like I'm getting blamed for that.
Yeah, no, that's horrible.
Like
I wouldn't. Yeah,
I'm like, I think I have to make a disclaimer. I'm like, this works for me.
Yeah.
Me and my skin, it works. But for you and your skin, I don't know what could work. You just have to test.
You're right.
You know what you gotta do?
Some products
you gotta
might
buy,
be safe, but
wait,
yeah.
You gotta buy her brand. Because it's gonna be tested on dark skin.
Exactly.
Okay, so maybe
not only on her, it's gonna be tested on
everybody.
A lot
of people. So
it has been tested. Yeah, so many people.
K Brown girl.
Yeah, K Brown.
So maybe
K Brown for the win.
This is why we need you. Actually, the more I'm talking about this, the more I'm like, yeah,
I need the product.
Yeah, I'm like, this makes sense to have you know.
And you know what? We've worked also like. Because the whole, I feel like the whole industry is focusing on hyperpigmentation.
Oh yeah.
And like fading dark spots. But where is the barrier care? Where is the hydration? Because fading dark spots is great, but having new one is the problem. So you have to take care of that skin barrier. You have to take care of the hydration, and that's like 90% of your problems is because your skin is not hydrated.
You're not
enough.
hydrating your skin,
and it's not hydrated for long enough, and your barrier is not strong enough to protect your skin and not having new pimples or new dark spots, new dry patch. Like I've just taken like the counterpart, is that how you say it? Like the disruptive way, because I was like, fading dark spots doesn't
solve the whole problem.
It just solves what you see, but it solves it temporarily, because then you're just damaging your skin barrier trying to lighten it up, like
Yeah.
lighten the skin, lighten the dark spot.
Yeah.
So it's just like a vicious circle.
It is a vicious circle.
So I've really we've really worked on something that would be like protective and gentle, and you just be gentle with your skin. It's
Very gentle with your skin. Like, I think I used to be extremely acne prone back in the day, and I also used to have a lot. I'm still very acne prone.
Yeah, me too.
I eat butter and it just shows up on my face immediately.
Me too. I can. Yeah, it's like reactive. It's horrible.
Reactive. But I do have to say, I used to back in the day when I was going to like Korean skincare clinics to figure out like why do I have so much sebum spots, like it was everywhere, especially on my forehead. They were like, oh, maybe try Accutane, which dries everything up.
No.
Try Accutane, and then I had some cream that they were putting on me, or I was putting on myself that they told me to, that was drying my skin. A few years later, I find out my skin just needs moisture.
Exactly.
So I started moisturizing my skin, and
then
it got better.
Exactly.
It's like, why was I being told to dry my skin when all I needed to do is moisturize my skin?
I feel like we've all been there. Like if we've all lived the same thing.
Yeah.
Drying your skin is the worst thing you can do,
Yeah.
especially as a darker skin.
Yeah.
We have less water content, like lower water content inside. We have less lipids, meaning that our skin barrier is not strong enough to retain the moisture. The more your moisture is gone, the less you're gonna glow, and your skin's gonna be healthy.
Yeah.
Please hydrate.
Hydrate your skin, y'all.
Hydrate. Like, don't do that. Don't dry it. Don't, even if you
Don't.
have oily skin, because
yeah.
the more you you dry it, the more oily it's gonna get, because it's reacting.
trying to, like, yeah.
You're taking the water off, so it's creating sebum to
probably acne too,
compensate. So you'll
Yeah.
have pimples. So stop it,
So
please.
it's like as you said before, it's a vicious cycle. You're just going
Exactly.
back to square one.
Exactly.
If you're, because I know a lot of, especially Americans, they don't like, I think in Korea there's that difference where in Korea they like glowy skin, which quote unquote oily skin, I guess you could say. And then in America, they like more matte, dry skin. So I feel like some people, I think glowy skin because of K-beauties around the world,
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
glass skin. Like they call it glass
skin
skin.
is gal skin is the new glass skin. This is our tagline.
cute.
Yeah.
That is a cute little tagline.
Gal skin is like
Glass
galsec.
skin.
Oh, sorry.
Girl, your microphone does not want to sit.
Sorry,
You
he's
need
an
to yell
activist
it.
too.
He's like, yes, girl.
Galsec means
Yeah.
brown
Yeah.
and skin. And when I had this idea, I was like,
Galsec.
gal skin is the new glass skin. I was so proud of this one.
That's different.
That's
Ugh,
good.
That's
Yeah.
why you have a brand, okay?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why she has a brand.
I was
But-
so proud. I hope you're gonna be proud too, because this one I was like, oh, this is the one.
You guys have to definitely check out the brand.
Yeah,
okay?
no, it's
Definitely.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Before we end, there's a last question that I wanted to ask you, which is how do you stay grounded and inspired when facing resistance or setbacks in K-beauty? Because
I
it has to
think-
be a lot.
Yeah, I mean I think in beauty in general, I think we've said it before, but I think so I have an amazing co-founder. I know he wants me to talk about him. He's like, you have to talk about him. No,
Yeah.
he's amazing, very grounded, very, he takes care of all the, CFO kind of, so money,
Okay.
everything. So but he's also very good in like logic, and I think I'm more of a emotional person, so I lead with a lot of emotions and love, and I'm trying to I think I'm bringing people together in the team, whereas he's very logic, so it helps me.
Oh, that's needed. The
Yeah,
balance.
that's needed. It's a
Yeah.
very, very good team, because
Yeah.
it helps me really keeping and he doesn't see the challenges maybe as emotively as I would see them, so I think it helps a lot.
Yeah.
And I think just what keeps me grounded with the challenges and everything, I think I just believe in what I'm doing. And what I love to do is to talk to people in the street, for example. Like I would go, I was at the African festival.
Oh, yeah.
Seoul African
We
festival.
had
And I just went around and talked to everybody, I just went
so
around and
nice.
talked to the girlies.
Yeah.
Well, sorry guys, but it was the girlies. I'm sorry, they were there.
Yeah.
And, everybody's telling the same thing. And I think having a very strong why I'm doing this, and why this brand should come to life and will be so beneficial to so many people, that just erases everything else.
The doubt and the hardships, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you'll always have, it's business. You'll always have setbacks.
Always.
And like, it takes, so long, and sometimes you need one test and oh my God, it's going to take a month, and, another month. Or it's sometimes going to be a compliance problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going to be an ingredient that's just suddenly the price rose up. I mean, having a business is, you have to be very, very flexible.
Very.
So if someone wants to try building a business, I would say especially a beauty business, you have to be very strategist, grounded, but also very flexible. You cannot, you cannot cry every time something happens because it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, you can't harp on just one thing.
Yeah, you can't focus on one thing. You have to find another way to do so many things. But yeah, I think I'm very blessed to have this mission, I would say. Like, it almost feel like that, like it's a mission and I have to accomplish it. So,
girl, since you said it, you have to now.
Yeah, well,
you have to. With the support of you guys now.
Yeah.
I think it's such a great and different idea. Like, I remember you told me about it and I was like, this is so different.
Yeah,
like, I see why we need this. Yeah. And now, if I'm not wrong, I heard you're moving to Korea now.
Yes.
With your family.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Crazy about that. Yeah,
I know your daughter is excited.
Jimin, if you hear us, I'm very happy actually to come here. I think I really wanted to be fully immersed in Korean culture. It's not about Koreans do it wrong and I want to do it better. That's not at all. Like I'm very passionate about and I'm very so grateful to work with Korean labs. I think they're amazing. I think their products are amazing. I think the ingredients are very interesting as well. And I think I really wanted to be immersed in Korean culture and learn from within. You learn the language, learn everything. So I'm very, very honored, I think, that I was welcomed so warmly by the Korean, startup ecosystem. And I'm ready.
And I think it's great that you pointed that out because you're not trying to change anything. You're just trying to create something different.
Exactly.
For people who look like you or even darker than you.
Yeah.
Which is great because K-beauty is not done wrong. It's just not marketed to everyone like it should be.
Exactly.
Like it's clearly not done wrong. That's why it's so popular.
Exactly. They know what they're doing.
They know
That's
exactly.
for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's about building bridges. I think my whole life was about building bridges, like France, US, and like my mom being white, my dad being black, So I think, my business is just a reflection as well of just one more bridge being built. And I think it's beautiful,
It is.
It is. My kids are half Russian, so that's why I'm Russian. So,
that's a lot of bridges going on.
Yeah, I have a lot of bridges.
A lot of bridges.
Let's hope I don't burn them.
No, we're not burning them. We're creating it.
Yeah, but I think it's beautiful to just, mix. I think it's something I grew up with, and maybe that's why, I needed to have this personality to be able to think about this concept as well, because it's quite of a weird build, or a weird, bridge to build.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people would have given up, but look at you.
No,
You've had so many bridges, you're not giving up on this bridge at all.
No, I'm not giving up. I'm not the kind of, I don't give up. If I made a promise to myself, to my daughter that I would do it, I'll do it. Yeah.
Listen, the 8-year-old. Bless that little girl, okay?
Yeah.
When
she's the reason. She's the reason you guys are gonna have great skin.
Period. I'm excited to see. Has there been any product that has been released yet?
So we're releasing 2 in late October.
Okay. Oh, that's soon.
Yeah, that's soon.
Are you able to tell us what products?
Okay, I would say so maybe I can say a little bit, but basically it's as I said, it's really focused on barrier care and hydration. And we've basically worked, so what is dark skin? What does it need? What does it lack? Ceramides, it has trouble retaining moisture. It has trouble, it has less water content. Okay, so what do we need to give it, to give to the skin so it thrives?
Yeah.
So I can.
That's
tell
the
you
hint.
That. So that's the hint. And it's 2 products. They're very complementary, and it's kind of a protocol, like a duo. And we're trying to make very short routines.
Girl, your microphone.
Oh my God, Stop it.
I don't know what's up with their microphone.
You know what? Do you know why? Because I'm very Italian. My mom is Italian, and I speak with my hands. So I'm sorry. So yeah,
you also Italian. Sorry, there's another bridge. Like, that's
so many
crazy.
bridges. Too many bridges.
That's another bridge.
Italian Caribbean. Yes. So I
My
speak
goodness.
with my. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I cut you off. Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna be products. They're like a protocol, and they're gonna work really on those matters. So really hydration and keeping the hydration inside the skin, like locking that moisture inside your skin for good.
Needed.
So
Very needed.
glowy skin, thriving skin. I can't wait. I've been
we-
using that. Like
you've
I
been
can't.
using it?
No, I can't use any other product now because we've worked on very clean formulas.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I had to disrupt. Like I was like, no, I don't want that because it's from petroleum. Like it's petroleum derived.
Yeah.
I don't want that. And then this glycerin, whatever, I don't want that as well. Like I want this. So it's all plant derived. It's Muslim friendly formulas.
Hey,
So
let's
we
go.
really thought about the girlies. We didn't add any fragrance, alcohol, all those.
All the
ethanol,
chemicals
all
stuff,
the
yeah.
chemicals. So it's really clean, and because we have very reactive skin.
Very sensitive as hell.
Now I can't use anything else because it just works. So yeah,
I'm so excited.
who wants the glow?
Is there an official drop date or not yet?
You know what? Because it keeps on
Changing.
changing. You know what? Because. So now, late October, I think it's going to be the last one. But I can't tell you like the exact date, to be honest, because we had one first product, and then we added this second one because we realized how it worked really well together.
Yeah.
So we kind of, while creating this one, we kind of realized we needed the other one.
Yeah.
So it took a little bit more time to prepare for this one as well because
Right.
we're building everything from scratch. It's not like it's like white labeling formulas.
No.
So
Yeah.
you have to test. You have to. So it kept up, but late
October, guys. You just
maybe
need
November.
to,
Be
or
cool.
November. However long it takes, as long as it's good, we will wait. okay?
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure you're gonna announce it on your Instagram, right?
Yeah,
K
of
Brown.
course. Yes, K Brown brand.
K Brown
Please
brand.
follow us and follow the journey. And it's gonna be a long
Period.
ride, and I think a beautiful ride. So I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm so curious what the product is. But
Everybody
she's
tells
like,
me you're very good at teasing. I'm
yeah,
like,
she's
I
like,
know.
I'll give you a little bit, but not a lot. I'm like, is it a serum? Is it a cream? She's not
I'm
allowed to
giving
tell.
you what it does.
Yeah,
I think
which
that's
is all
what
most important.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Most
we want,
important.
So yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to say that you feel like you haven't said about your brand, about your life in Korea, anything?
No, I think we've said.
Yeah.
I mean, we've said a lot.
We've said a lot.
We've spelled
We've
some
said a
tea.
lot. Yeah, and I can't wait for you to actually release your first product. Hopefully you'll come back on the show and talk about it, because that has to be extremely exciting. But I'm hoping to see K Brown everywhere. I'm hoping to see it everywhere, okay?
Yeah, we're actually like talking with big retailers as well. So yeah, that's in the US. Yeah.
Oh, okay, period.
Yeah.
It's needed. We need
needed,
we
yeah.
need people that look like us in the behind the scenes, okay? We need that.
Exactly.
Not just the marketing department, the creators. That's what we need.
Exactly.
But are you comfortable with us ending the episode here?
I am.
Good. This was Melissa, guys. Make sure you check out her Instagram. I checked it out, and there's like a lot of details up in there if y'all want to check it out, okay? And I'm pretty sure she's going to release everything on the Instagram. Do you have a website also by any chance?
Yeah, kbrown.com.
Okay, I will leave all the details down below, okay? So you don't have to like memorize anything that I'm saying right now. But anyways, guys, that was another episode of Korea Unfiltered with Melissa. Thank you for coming. I can't wait for the brand to be released and launched. Super exciting. Thank you for coming on the show. Guys, if you have yet to subscribe, like, and share with your friends, make sure you do that. If you are a podcast listener, make sure you give us 5 stars so we can get up in the algorithm. That was another episode of Korea Unfiltered, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.